Hi, I'm Robert McLaughlin. I am from Electrical and HVAC Training Center. I'm here with SupplyHouse today to review some PVC boxes and some solutions that you may use on the job site. So today I wanted to point out that PVC junction boxes, when using them, the first question that an electrician must answer is going to be, where am I using the box? And is it listed for that purpose? Having a UL listing that allows you to use it in dry locations, damp locations, and wet locations is important to make sure that your installation will meet the code requirements. So across the country, you may be on different code cycles, but what is definitely imperative is that you meet your AHJ requirements, your authority having jurisdiction. When choosing a junction box, you would be able to choose the size of the box needed based upon the size of the raceways or conduits that are entering into those junction boxes. This here happens to be a PVC junction box that measures 6 inches by 6 inches by 6 inches in depth. So once again, as an electrician, I look towards my conduit fill to make sure that I have enough room for pulling in the conductors, making sure I have enough space to be able to fit everything without going over the requirements of 314.16. If we open up one of the junction boxes, we would see some of the components that are found inside. It allows you to see that there are no holes on the bottom of this box. Everything is sealed up, which is going to keep it a dry connection for your terminations. Choosing the application on where to mount the box. They can be installed in the ceilings, they can be installed on the walls, or they can be installed in the ground. Here you'll find that we have standoffs for the PVC box that allow us to mount it onto the edge of the box, which would make it a perfect application to mount on a wall or a ceiling. All hardware that is needed to secure it comes in the junction box. And then just to take a look at the cover, to look at some of the characteristics, is that the cover itself has a gasket on the inside. And that gasket cannot be compromised, because if it is, you're going to take away the watertight ability of that junction box. So be sure not to have anything tampered with. Make sure that it is properly inserted, because when it comes time to do the installation, we will secure it properly and then screw it down. So a square junction box gives you the largest capacity of room for installing your branch circuits, your wiring, but you also have solutions for lighting or just for round junction boxes. So here we have an example of a Carlon round junction box. This one's unique because it has the versatility of having 4 inlets that you can utilize. So if you're dealing with 3/4 inch PVC conduit, this comes already sized for 3/4 inch PVC. So depending upon the direction in which you're installing it, you have access. So if we take a closer look, it's just they're PVC hubs, but they're not fully knocked out. So until you knock them out, you can choose any one you want, or you can leave it for future expansion of your raceways. The round junction box can be mounted on a flat surface, whether it's going to be a wall, a ceiling, a floor. It has access where you have mounting holes. But if you look closely, we also have access for internal mounting holes, depending upon the application. It's oftentimes we're dealing with multiple size raceways. So it is important to have a solution to be able to install multiple size raceways in the same box. This particular junction box can handle 3/4 inch out of the box, but it also comes with a solution for 1/2 inch. So we have 1/2 inch reducers. And by putting those into the 3/4 inch knockouts, allow you as the installer to put in 1/2 inch PVC. So if you have a variation of 1/2 inch and 3/4, this junction box could be your solution. As we spoke about with the square junction box, the round one also comes with a gasket and a cover. It is imperative that it is properly seated on the cover, so when the installation happens, we can keep the box dry. Other situations that may take place on the job site within PVC junction boxes is when you're installing from a box to a box. So if I were to look at this application here, if I had to put a raceway between the two boxes and they were fixed in position, I wasn't able to separate them, I have to have a solution to put in my raceway. So here we have multiple sizes of the 2.5 inches for PVC internal connectors. So by putting your raceway in between the box, we can access that conduit from inside the junction box, securing it fast. PVC junction boxes work very well in many situations for cabling, for lighting, indoor and outdoor. Having this product on the truck allows you to be able to meet the demands of your jobs depending upon where you land. As we know, we don't always go to the same place. So solutions are important, and having the junction boxes from the smallest here, a 4x4, all the way to a 12x12 junction box really provide a lot of room and a lot of creativity for your installation.